So chicos, this is our list of stem changing verbs that we are going to be using. It might be a little hard to tell, but in each of these, I've replaced one black letter with a purple one because that is the letter that we are going to change. In every form, except nosotros or vosotros, we're still going to do the same thing that we always did by like cutting off the ending, cutting off the ending, cutting off the ending, and adding something new back on. But we're also going to change that E into an IE. So that is where the stem change takes place. Sometimes there's more than one letter E in a word, like empezar, entender, preferir. They already have another E in the stem as well. So which one do you change? It's always going to be in the second to last syllable. So if you look at the word preferir, fe is the second to last syllable. So that's how we know that we change this E and not that one. Okay, so here on the left, we have all our stem changing verbs. And then the board on the right has just the verb empezar. And step one, we are just going to conjugate that verb the way we normally would for yo, tú, él, ella, nosotros, ellos, ellas. We're going to cut off the AR at the end and add back on the new ending, just like we learned how to do a long time ago. So there they are so far. I cut off the AR from the end of all of them to conjugate them and added back on our AR verb endings, o, as, a, amos, an. But these are not quite done because we haven't done the stem change yet. So the next thing you'll see is the correct finished form of all these stem changing verbs after I go through and change that E to an IE in all of them except nosotros. So finally on the right, we have our finished stem changing verb conjugations for the verb empezar. We cut the AR off of all of them and added back on the proper ending, but we also took the extra step of changing that E, empezar, to an IE in every form except nosotros, and now these conjugations are all done correctly. Okay, and finally, just as a couple more examples for you, here are two more verbs, an ER verb, entender, and an IR verb, preferir, also conjugated because we still have to pay attention to if it's an ER verb or an IR verb, but same thing we always did, cut off the ending, add the new one back on, and then also go back and do a stem change. That E turns into an IE, except of course you can see that we didn't do that for nosotros because the stem change doesn't apply.